Hey everybody, so it's like Kandi. It's the wonderful, beautiful, I love her, Kanid Burrus. Okay, so everybody knows Kandi. Yes, indeed. If not, you might have a little problem. I don't know where you've been. So, Kandi is always that workaholic. She's that girl. Escape, movies, plays. I just saw her recently on a Lifetime movie. Had a part at the beginning. So, Escape, we got the movies, we got the plays. Producer, singer, songwriter, entrepreneur. She's got the store tags, podcast. Oh my gosh, bedroom candy full of toys. She's just on her grind, and I so admire her. Okay, she's on her grind. She is truly a serial entrepreneur, and just seems to be a down to earth person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play this clip of Kandi, and of course, she's married to Todd. I love Mama Joyce, even though I don't agree with everything Mama Joyce says. But she's married to Todd, and he was a producer on the show, as I understand. A lot of background information. Kandi, she's just like super fly, like to me, just super awesome. And people were saying, oh, they think that maybe, some people have said, and they've been on the show expressing it, that they think, oh, he's what opportunist, what have you. And you can always have a variety of opinions, especially when you are in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So he's also on that grind. They do have a prenup. And since they've been married, they've got quite a few businesses. And in a lot of cases, if something would have happened, which I'm hoping not, it seems like a happy home. Let's keep it that way. But in a lot of cases, sometimes if something does happen, then, people will just split from the ventures that they built together. So they've got the restaurants and just everything. It is like so on point what they got going on. Okay. So I'm going to play, if you will, listen to this clip, and we're just going to have a conversation that to me I find kind of interesting. And I'm trading as I do this video, and it looks like I'm losing some money on my QQQ, but that's okay. So anyway, I'm going to play this clip from Atlanta Housewife, and let's have the conversation. Here we go. And this is Kandi, and she's speaking about Todd is also with different ventures too. He wants to write a movie, and I understand he does help her out. But let's listen to this clip.
Should I say something to her?
You never dated him enough.
I did not date him.
All right, Leonard, just talking about Kenya.
And you fussing in the background when you called me yesterday.
Oh, he's trying to write his movie, and he feels like I don't make time to help him, but he's always making time to help me. Right now, Todd, he actually has multiple movies that he has written, and he wants me to produce. I'm like, I don't really have time to go produce it. He wanted me and two other writers to get together to go through the script. At 11, I said I have an interview at 11. So the day of, he goes, I have to do my table read at 4 o'clock. I said, you said your table read was at 11. He said they couldn't do it at 11. I said, but when I asked you, could we move it? You couldn't move it. He wants to make me a problem because it frustrates me. Because sometimes I feel like
you got it. You do so much.
Listen, I understand that I'm doing a lot, and I understand that it can be frustrating for him. But don't do things to make me the problem.
Yeah. I'm trying to do so much, and I know he wants his dreams to come true as well, but I don't know how to make it all work.
I don't ever want to see you end up in divorce court. Never. So my sisterly advice, you've got to find a way to make time for your husband.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and get to that. And she says he wants to make her the problem. Huh. You want to make Kandi the problem. That's how she feels. And I want to get into that. It's like, and I know in a marriage, you help each other out. Trust me, I totally get it. But that right there is a way of an issue with me when it comes to Black women. It really is. It's like everybody expects so much of Black women. We're supposed to go ahead and help everybody have their own dream. And I know that he's not as successful as she is. Again, she was on that grind. She's that girl before they got married. That's who she is. And I see he's on his as well. But that's the part that really kind of grabs me, is that it's like the expectation of Black women. We're always pulled in different directions. How many can just sit home and let the man take care of everything? No. Kandi's also been a single mom, but still on that grind. So, and I thought about it, she's like, he wants to make her a problem. Yeah, I definitely, I take an issue with that. I take an issue with it big time. I think he should just do his own deal. Now, Todd has also, like I said, he's been a producer. He is a producer. So, check it. Being that he's a producer, he knows a lot about the movie. But I understand he wants to use his wife's influence. That's how I see it. He may want to use her influence to help him out. Listen, bruh, I totally get it. But it gets to a point, you got to understand the person that you marry. They're already on that grind. She already had a full plate from day one. Again, she is that girl. She is a hell of a serial entrepreneur. That's Kandi. That is Kandi. And so I just hate that we have a group, and this is just the way it is as a collective. We have a group where so much is always on the plate, on the backs of the shoulders of Black women. I hate that for us. There's always so much on a Black woman's plate. You got to be this and be that for everybody. You sure as hell just can't sit back in your femininity and just relax. Somebody's always taking, somebody's always grabbing. That part right there, it seems to be every Black woman's life. Even being a person, especially if you're hardworking and you have an entrepreneur or you have a job, you look up, you're pulled in different directions. Oh, you're a wife, or you're a single parent, you're a mom. Even with those labels, whether you're single, you're married, kids or not, always pulling at you. I would really like it if he could just on his own make it fly without Kandi. But I know since she in my opinion, she's an icon. She is worldwide, and he may need her to help her produce it. And people say, "Oh, well, she's helped him," but sometimes you can't always have two stars. You can't. Sometimes somebody may have to kind of step back. I really believe that. Sometimes somebody has to step back. And especially if it's getting to the point where it's stressing her out. So knowing Kandi, I see her, she's an intelligent, strong Black woman, but trying to make her a problem, that's not going to work. If she even feels that way, maybe it's not intended. That's not going to work. Because you can't have the one that's already on top. He's only known because of her, not trying to diminish his character or his position, but he's known because of Kandi. And he can get a lot of projects going. But sometimes I think it'd be best, maybe, just maybe, try to accomplish that, bruh, on your own. You understand what I'm saying? The movie, if you can't get Kandi to produce it, more than likely, nobody else is. You can't expect to try to pull her again. Kandi, before he married her, she was already on that track, on the track of success, and she keeps on going. She doesn't stop. So for her to start to feel that he wants to make her be a problem, that's problematic. Oh, that's problematic. We can't, in my opinion, she's the quarterback. You can't tear down the quarterback. It's not a good look.
Because it frustrates me. Because sometimes I feel like you do so much. Listen, I understand that I'm doing a lot. And I understand that can be frustrating for him. But don't do things to make me the problem.
Yeah.
And that's the problem right there. She's already successful. That right there, that can lead to marital woe. She was already on. I mean, from all what I understand, he was a producer, and that's great. And I'm happy to see them as a happy couple. I think they're a very attractive couple. But you see, stuff like that, people always tag and pull black women. Always, it's never enough. If it ain't the husband, it's sometimes it's the mama tagging and pulling. And black women gotta do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. You're doing for everybody. She's been doing. So this right here, I wish she could maybe find some resources elsewhere. I really would. Or I wish basically what he could do is maybe find somebody else that maybe that's in Atlanta. They don't have to be as known as Kandi. Okay? They don't have to be as well known as Kandi. But use your name, put your name out there. Todd Tucker, everybody knows who he is. He's married to Kandi. So this part right here, I think when you have two spouses sometimes on that grind and they do have family, they have kids, man, Kandi, it is what it is. Again, not to diminish his role as her spouse, but Kandi is the quarterback. You can't get the quarterback stressed out. All that's going to do is cause more problems within the home, within a relationship. So sometimes, if you can, maybe try to fall back. You know, he's written all these movies. Then maybe what he should do is concentrate on that one. If she can't produce it, maybe somebody else can. Maybe just try it on your own. Because every venture that I see, I've never seen it where someone's like holding Kandi's hand and they're holding her hand and blah, blah, blah. No, it seems like she's making it happen on her own. Her podcast, Kandi Coded Nights, Bedroom Kandi. Sometimes just get out there and just do it on your own. Even if you have people say, well, you know what, to make it a success and, she's the top person here. Sometimes if you can just do it on your own, you may surprise yourself and you can also bring less stress into the relationship. So I think it's things like that that's something to consider. Maybe you won't make as money. Again, he's not, he doesn't have the billing that her name does. That's okay. It's not about that. What it is about two people trying to build, and I get it, and trying to have something. But you can't try to build your success. Oh, I want this and that, and my spouse can bring it to me, and then get them all stressed out or make them feel like they're a problem. Because what it may end up doing is basically you might find yourself alienating your partner. Facts. Might find the person feeling like they're alienated, and hey, they may, it can bring problems in the home, and it's really not worth it. It's not worth it. Black relationships, we already don't have too many people that seem happy, especially from, black male and female, because, man, that's a different video. The dynamics of our community, with this here, I wish he could just go ahead and maybe he can produce it on his own. Again, maybe you won't make the money that, Kandi would make, but it's not about that. What it is, try to be successful in your own right. You know what I mean? Be successful in your own right. Let it do what it do, and you keep on grinding like she has. She's successful in her own right, and she's done that. He could probably do it too. You got a hell of a start. So I think it's things like that. Sometimes it's best to keep work separate if you can. Sure, you have a spouse and you help out, but I think in this case here, I think it would really be like awesome. It would be freaking awesome if he could maybe just try to be successful in your own right and just don't get off your grind. But what you don't want to do is stress out Kandi, bring ill feelings to the marriage. Marriages have their ups and downs. They have their issues. Every day it's not going to be old roses. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one thing. I hope that's what he can do. Bruh, just go ahead. Be successful in your own right. Go and make your own money. Let it do what it do. I don't care what the numbers will be better with Kandi. It ain't about that. Be successful in your own right. Then you can come home. And then when she has time to pitch her in. But don't get the sister stressed out. Guess what? That's not hashtag winning. That's hashtag we have a problem. So I want to know what you all think. Again, Kandi, she's always on that grind, and she seems to be a helpful, giving person. Her resume, which is an insult to say resume, but it speaks for itself. So I just wish, again, in my opinion, I wish bra would just go ahead, be successful in your own right. See what you can do without, because she has her own projects going on. And then you'll be surprised. It might make the strong bond where she's like, hey, you know what? I've got some extra time. Babe, let's do this. I'm just saying. So let me know what you all think. Again, I love Kanid Burrus. I think she is awesome. She really is. So feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts. And I'm out.